most harmful things that they carried over from Waterfall was deadlines. Big difference between due dates and deadlines is that due dates are external. So you get them imposed, you might have projects that are going on, you might have service level agreements with customers where you've got due dates. Ideally try and avoid them where you can, but sometimes just the nature of your business you can't. Deadlines, on the other hand, is self-imposed. So that's where you've got, classic sense, a report's due or something by a certain date. Doesn't have any external facing. And it's the same with development work. You put deadlines on it, especially with sprints. It's one of the most harmful things that they carried over from Waterfall was deadlines. Although the deadline is in this longer time frame, it's still there. So people still react in a negative way. You get a bunch, you can look at these up, student syndrome and other negative effects that you get from when there's a deadline and people surge to hit it and quality falls and everything. So unfortunately, a lot of businesses couple the two together or forget that they're different. Just because you have some deadlines doesn't mean that they have to be your due dates. If you want to have a smoothly flowing, where you don't have surging, you don't have any of that, you've got people just showing up and doing their best work process, you want processes where if there is a deadline, it's comfortably before the due date. So you might have some internal deadlines. Ideally, you do away with them and you manage just the rate of flow through a team. That's where you're going to get your best work done, and people can just come in and do the job rather than panicking about everything. But what you want to do is make sure your standard deadlines comfortably have a bit of buffer between them and due dates, so that you're never having to worry about it and hurry and muck a lot of things up. If this thing's going to take a little bit longer and you need a little bit longer time to get it right, then you've got the leeway to do that. If it was a bit of a quicker one, sure, that's fine. You can either give it back to the customer early, or you can put it there, and if you want to be a high integrity company where you say it'll be ready on this date and it's ready on that date, that's perfect. You bring the deadline in earlier so that it's ready, just sitting there, ready to go, boom, you can drop it to the customer just like that. So key way to manage is to make sure that either you manage the rate of flow through dev teams, not actually with deadlines, but if you're going to have deadlines, make sure they're internal deadlines and they're safe, that they're separate from the external due dates where you feel like you have to overreact to customers' demand and you just start smashing any performance metrics you had, any smooth flow, any quality. So top tip, do that.